In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to add the sashing and the cornerstones to our block stock blocks. Each block measures 14.5 inches square. The sashing measures 14.5 inches by 1.5 inches. You can go wider if you like. And the cornerstones, I've made them 1.5 inch square because we've got the width of the sashing is 1.5 inches as well. We've got 9 blocks in this series. Now what I'm going to do is have the blocks go in rows of blocks of 3 by 3. And I can't show you because I don't have enough space in the little boat to show you. So first off, we're going to take the first block and we're going to sew these 14.5 inch strips down either side. I'll just move that across, and then we're going to take the next block, and you choose whichever block you want, and we're going to sew the next strip down of the sashing, and we're going to do that for the 3 blocks, and then on the very last block it will have an end piece like this as well. You can see now that I've sewn all my rows together with the sashing. So I'm just going to shifty these along because I don't have the space big enough. So that's the first row that I've done. This is the second row. And you can see I've got the sashing all in place. And then here is the third row. So it's going to look really smart when it's all sewn together. My recommendation for when you've put the rows together and you've just got the sashing, this is the back of it, is to press the seams inwards, so in towards the blocks, and it'll all make sense when we come to the next stage, because what we want to do is make sure that the cornerstones nest nicely when we put those next rows in. So what we need to do next is sew the cornerstones, which are 1.5 inch square, next to the sashing, which is 1.5 inches by 14.5 inches. So we're going to sew these together now. Everything's with 1/4 inch seam allowance. I can't remember if I told you that before. And this is what it's going to look like. So you're going to have a cornerstone on the end, and then you're going to have one sashing, another cornerstone, sashing, cornerstone, sashing, cornerstone. So for each row, and you're going to make 4 of these. If you've made all 9 blocks, you're going to have 3 of the sashing and 4 of the cornerstones. So that's the next bit, and what I'm going to do now is press these both sides inwards for all of them. So we're going to press those inwards, and this means when we attach these to the blocks, then everything's going to nest really nicely together. So let me just show you. So when you come to sew these together, these will nest beautifully together. And the next stage is to sew the rows next to the blocks. So you can see everything's going to line up here really lovely and just finish off these blocks beautifully. Can you remember that I said to press the cornerstones inwards and press the sashing outwards? You may want to pin these for accuracy. So just pop a little pin in there against each seam. I'm being a bit awkward because I'm doing it on camera. And I'm not very good with pins. But you can see I've just pinned those into place. I've sewn all the blocks and all the rows together now. I'm really pleased with my sashing and cornerstones. I think they've turned out really, really well. And I hope that you found this video useful. If you have, please press the like and subscribe button, and don't forget to subscribe to my newsletter.